Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Group of friends to wish I in new business talking movies, TV, old or recent.
Yeah, Minecraft this week. Yeah, I planned on getting something done, but a combination of toothaches and just not really being in the mood this week. Yeah. Uh,
Let's just say if you, let's just say, let's just say, let's just say if the things that went down, the things that went down, let's just say if you were the only one. Let's just say you're not the only one that.
yeah.
Got their mood impacted by things that went down this week.
Plus side, it started raining. So yay, the air is breathable again. Woo!
It's an improvement, to say the least.
Yeah. Last I checked, we were only down into the just plain unhealthy level, as opposed to hazardous. But yeah, my original plan was to. I picked up a new game, Toho Luna Nights. It's kind of like a Castlevania type. Well, okay, Metroidvania type game. Well, Metroidvania, second version of Castlevania style. Also, I like Toho games, so. Hey! But yeah. Also, added a patch to my Final Fantasy V thing that I was doing. It's like, okay, slightly more customizability. Unfortunately, it also happens to break if you try to make anyone a red mage. So, yeah, if I do that again, I won't be getting dual casting. Yeah, basically, I combined the ancient cave mod with a mod that restores the audio to Super Nintendo quality, as well as the custom classes mod, which basically makes it so you can take off the the uh, the attack and item commands and replace it with something else. So, like I said, a lot more customizability, which I really like. But yeah, like it's fine except for the aforementioned red mage issue. But hey, uh, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Besides, who needs healer is when you have a bard and a ranger. uh, but yeah,
Well, on a bit more positive side, assuming Jimmy, assuming Jimmy Johnson's able to actually finish his last year of NASCAR, which he advertised earlier this year, prior to stuff going down. Sounds like he's moving to IndyCar, which will be a little interesting.
right. You had to really like the only car stuff I follow is AC Race Best series on YouTube. So yeah.
That is sort of one of the reasons. That is sort of one of the things that slowly but surely got me back into racing.
Yeah.
Because I was out of it for a while.
Yeah. So apparently there's rumors that Tom Hardy might possibly be the next James Bond.
Huh.
Which,
So there goes the Whoopi Goldberg plans.
hmm,
I personally found that would have been a nice game changer of sorts.
fair.
Given that, say what you will about the writing department, but at least we got a female doctor.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I don't think I actually watched any of the most recent season. It's like one of those things I never really got around to.
I can imagine you're also still trying to find the New Year's special.
Oh, right, that. Uh, I, I think part of it's that I've been I've basically been watching it since it actually originally came back. So maybe I'm just kind of burnt out a bit. No offense to the actors, but yeah, that not the most recent season, but not the most recent season, but the one before it. Not exactly the best written. It's like, I mean, it was okay, but seems like, and I know part of it, it's like a hobby not on point for new viewers. It just seems to kind of lack the usual oomph we've had for the past forever. You know?
Well, Ant-Man 3 is going to add Lovecraft star Jonathan Majors as Kang.
Cool. Always looking forward to some more Marvel.
So, slowly but surely is back on the hype train. Seems that got some got some based on a trailer compliment I found earlier this week.
Okay.
Seems the seems they were pretty praiseworthy of the visual department.
Cool. Quick question: was the PS5 revealed this week or last week? I honestly don't remember. Time keeping track of time lately has been kind of weird. Okay, it was this week. Okay, good. Yeah, they they had the big PlayStation Sony show thing. Like, yeah, PS5 officially announced for release in November. Yay! Probably won't get one for a few years when they actually have games I'm gonna be playing that won't be just ported elsewhere. Because they also announced Final Fantasy 16. And it's like, yeah, PlayStation exclusive for about a year or so, and then they'll just port it to PC like they have been. So it's like, yeah. Also, apparently, like a Harry Potter RPG or something.
Speaking of which, there was a bit of talk regarding original creators original creators consent and original creators consent on the game creators consent on one of the newer games, although and give a little interest. There was a bit of a clarification sort of bit on that, which, given controversy that's been coming up recently, I can kind of
Yeah.
understand some of that. Also, there was another update regards to development of the Undertale sequel, Delta Rune.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Undertale. They also had like a fifth anniversary concert thing this week. You can find it up on YouTube if you look for it. So yeah, what's the update? You still there? Hello? Well then, let's see now. Any other news?
Hopefully that might help you a bit.
Oh, there you are. Oh, Yeah, just put a link up in the Discord chat. What the? That's not the link. There we go. Da-da-da.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint anything of worth, but sounds like it's something regarding the chapters.
Yeah. Okay, status estimate. Yada. Phase 1 done. Phase 2 implementation. It's okay. It goes on to like how much the work they've put into chapters 3 plus. So it's like a decent amount of work. But yeah, definitely looking to be a lot bigger than Undertale. Still need to get around to playing it, but bigger, so it's taking a bit longer. Plus, he has minions this time. I mean, employees, other people working to help create the game. So yeah, that's good.
Suspect it's going to be a little more. Suspect it would be a little more so than last time, given that well, there was a composer. I can have that much.
Right. Ooh, merchandise page. Right, news.
Well, it seems that Arby's is putting Cuphead stuff in their meals.
Ooh, sweet potato waffle fries. God, I haven't been to an Arby's in forever. Mmm. Got my meat. Just too thick. Oh. Mm. Yeah, it always starts acting up this time of year. Also need to, find a dentist and look into dental insurance and all that stuff.
That is, if they're willing. It's going to be a while before I actually see. It's going to be a while before I go see dentists again.
Like, even without the thing, I'd be waiting like half a year anyway, because, even once you sign up, you still have like that 6 month waiting period before they actually cover anything. Yeah, because I'm like a couple years behind schedule. I think it's like my coverage under my mom's plan ended after I turned like 26 or something. It's like I think I was busy trying to find a job for like years, so yeah. Getting older sucks.
To try and repeat my to try and repeat myself, Cuphead toys are coming to Arby's.
Oh. Arby's does toys? Ah, so they do. Huh. Oh, what do you know? Sorry, I don't typically think of Arby's as a place where like, oh, we'll go get a kid's meal there, you know?
Yeah, I'm also a little bit surprised.
Like I always end up just I always just got the beef and cheddar with no red sauce. Ooh, they still have the smokehouse brisket.
Then again, I used to get
That,
some. Then again, I used to collect special cups from Denny's, so
that's fair.
I guess I'm not too. I guess it shouldn't be too surprising that other fast food joints, not just McDonald's and Burger King, are appealing to the kids.
Yeah, but yeah, I actually really like Arby's. It's just that the Arby's close to my place closed down, and the only other one I know of is kind of out of the way from how my aunt gets home from work. So it's like, yeah, I haven't had Arby's in like I want to say at least 2 years, which is unfortunate because their food is actually really good.
Well, the trailer for the Dune remake also dropped. I don't know if I'd call it a remake, but
Yeah, I've heard people saying good things about it.
the title rings something of a bell. Oh, we got a few theme park stuff that's going ahead. The Tron Light Cycle Run and Universal Epic Universe Monster.
Speaking of whatever universe, apparently the whole DC universe thing is shutting down.
Ew.
Or so I think I remember reading some. Yeah, say goodbye to DC universe. Oh, my bad. They're rebranding.
Classic Monsters. It's a attraction at Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Well, we've said hello to the PS5, but we also have to say goodbye to the 3DS, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it had a good run.
I guess that's a little bit expectant given the Switch's explosion in popularity.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I got my first 3DS. I was at Komori-con, and like, I think I was at a, was it before or after I went to the Kingdom Hearts panel? Point is, I wanted to get the new Kingdom Hearts game. It's like, okay, not really spending any money at this convention because like one reason or another. It's like, hey, I have a spare a couple hundred. Gonna go across the river, go to Best Buy, pick up a 3DS and the new Kingdom Hearts game. So I asked my aunt to pick me up to take me across the bridge, and yeah, the hotel across the river was on fire. The one I that used to hold Oricon, the convention I've basically gone to my entire life before before it moved. Yeah, long story
Ouch.
short, that kind of killed the mood for the rest of the weekend. Also, I dropped my snow cone. Yeah, all in all, that wasn't a very good day. On the other hand, it did make the day I got at the my first 3DS memorable.
Yeah, no matter how hot things get, you're bound to have a story regarding something.
Yeah,
On the plus side, is HBO Max's Harley Quinn is getting a third season.
that's good. I've heard good things about the series.
And it's a little interesting. Aside from a certain Supreme Court justice, there's really no other casualties to report.
Yeah, well, the one that did happen was big enough to basically, you know, yeah. Yeah, the mood is in so much because she died. It's basically how many people are gonna get screwed because she died. Yeah, empathy sucks sometimes.
this point. It's
Ooh, also, apparently Pony Life has been renewed for a second season next. I believe it's for next spring.
yes, I was just gonna. Yes, I it's kind of going to be. It's kind of going to. It's kind of going to mention that the first season is running a little. First season's running a little. By this point, the first season's running a little thin. Uh, shortly after we talked about the episodes, and that a second season was going to be coming, and I was also, but I was still going to be on the distinction that much of the focus is going to be on G5 once the film drops.
Right. But
So that's
this
it.
is. Oh, go ahead.
So the stipulation is still. So my stipulation is still up in the air. Just not as short as I thought it would be.
Right. I'm probably thinking they might kind of be like, well, not companion series since different universes and all that, but like how they had normal pony and equestria girls kind of running side by side. Maybe they're kind of going for or like that kind of deal where you basically have two different audiences or something like that. Besides, with the style, doesn't seem like Pony Life would cost as much to produce.
That sounds like a. It's a
Yeah.
good. It's a good strategy.
Yeah. Like if what you're doing is working, why stop at the first season? And hey, it's like once Pony Life is done with its current season, there's always the comics, which I finally got around to picking up a few of my comics. Like I picked up Transformers Ponies issues 1 and 2 and Pony issue 89. Like, yay, finally getting around to getting those. Woo. Uh, and once we run out of comics, Gravity Falls, I guess. Or whatever we happen to kind of feel like doing at the time.
Speaking of which, fair warning that to till the next till the next season, comics and Gravity Falls and a couple other things will go hand, in hand, given how well multiple issue arcs.
Although, given what we heard about, I think it was issue 94, that might be like a shorter thing, since it appears to be focusing on Scootaloo's family. So that probably won't be as big of a thing. Lengthwise, I mean.
Well, generally multiple issue arcs.
Right. But yeah, it's like I can still see like the single issue things being good for like the standard slice of life kind of episodes. With like 2 issue things being like more important story arc episodes. And a 4 issue for the finale.
Well, given a comic that I picked up once that was actually of a twofer and it didn't seem that big, I'd, ima- I'd imagine things that are longer, say 4 issues, were more along the lines of actual episodes parts 1 and 2.
Yeah. So yeah, Pony Life episodes 23 and 24, featuring the stories of Pie versus Pie, Superb 6, the debut Taunt, and Flutterdash. So, Pie versus Pie. So, Pinkie Pie is showing off her brand new creation, the Doka Pop. Part donut, part cupcake, part lollipop. Or as I call it, the diabetes stick. But yeah, turns out Sugar Cube Corner has a bit of a competition going on with another place giving away free treats. And the owner? Pinkie Pie's brother, Octavio Pie. And with him, a Alolan Gummy. It's just like a purple recolor of Gummy.
A lot of folks
So
will
yeah,
a lot of folks will naturally notice there's some dead giveaways that they were kind of looking at Octavia for some inspiration.
yeah. But yeah, apparently the two of them have been competing for years, though Pinkie Pie has always managed to win. So, yeah, time for a sibling bake-off. Like, everything's going good, except Octavio stole Pinkie Pie's Doka Pop idea. Pinkie versus Octavio. Fight! Yeah, they had, like, health bars and everything. It's like, if you go with me, I'll do this deal. Well, I'll do this deal. I'll do that and more.
Or as Homestar Runner puts it, now commence marketing bombardment.
But yeah, it's like, so Pinkie Pie steals like Octavio's thing. Octavio stole Pinkie Pie's thing, and they're just generally acting like children. And it's like Applejack basically has like, okay, you two, sit down, act your own age, stop fighting. Because apparently Octavio really looks up to Pinkie Pie. It's like, wants to be more like her. And it's like, yeah, stop fighting, work together. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's Pinkie Pie, but like I said, seriously, they were acting like children. So yeah, Superb 6. It's time for some rebranding. Basically, you need to help Stip and Snails for the uh, the a fancy meet and greet kind of deal. I forget what it's called. Like I remembered it, but I forgot it. And
It's basically kind of like a rebranding of the Grand Galvin Gala.
yeah, I put it down like some sort of gala. Like, and Rarity's like, oh, it's the biggest gala of the year. It's like, wait, I thought that was the Grand Galloping Gala. And then again, different universe, whatever. So yeah, Twilight and Rarity, they're in charge of fashion. Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, dance. Applejack and Pinkie Pie, food. So yeah, they get Stip and Stale's a hat and a bow tie. They try to teach them how to dance, and they prepare them an apple pie. Snips, now Snips, on the other hand, is more interested in the spray cheese. So they get to the event, and it's just like, yeah, we're here, I guess. Eh, And basically, it's a whole thing of like, be yourself. Because like they try to change, like this is how this is how we think they should be, but that's not them. And I was kind. Was it this episode that reminded me of it? Yeah, it kind of reminded me of. So remember what? And Twilight got that new castle, and the main the main six wanted to like fancy it up to make her feel more at home, and they kept thinking like, oh, this is how oh, we think she would want it. I was kind of feeling a bit of that. So I mean, mm, it was okay.
I can think of another instant. I can think of another instance of being yourself. Countess Coloratura.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an okay episode. Aside, mm, aside from properly introducing Pinkie Pie's brother, it was not bad, but just kind of so.
I think first new VA in a while.
Yeah. Actually, let me pull that up. Wrong episode.
On a similar note, little strange that Lee Tucker couldn't reprise his role, given how he's not as big as Delancey, but Ian does a decent replacement.
Right. Yeah, Octavio Pie is voiced by Jesse Inakala. Let me pull that up. IMDb. Pony Life. Oh, apparently he's. Oh, he was Sans Smirk. Huh. And Soren in Dragon Prince. That's 21 episodes, so that was probably an important character.
Okay, okay, maybe it's been a while since we last heard of him.
I mean, not that long. Sans Smirk was like season 9.
You get my point.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I guess the new Snips is Ian Hanlon.
AKA Sunburst.
Oh, thank you. It's like now I don't have to look it up. Okay, I admit it. Like some of the voice actors who didn't quite pop up as often or played as like not as many roles. I occasionally tend to forget.
I'm so glad that Van Hoover still happened. At least it happened before everything went down.
Right.
That's one of the reasons I can still surprisingly remember him.
Yeah, but yeah, Ian Hanlon, don't really remember. Snail's voice of Richard Ian Cox, that's completely different because he's been in a lot of stuff like, hey, Inuyasha, and other anime. Yeah, so on to episode 24, starting with the debut Taunt. So Rarity's excited because she's an actress now. She got a role in a whole thing, and yeah, apparently it's like a decent role. So yeah, she decides to hold a viewing party for everyone. I marked down, I put down like, yeah, betting she doesn't actually have a big role. And oh boy. So they go to watch the episode, and it gets to her scene. And she basically got cut from the episode. She didn't even appear on screen, only as a shadow for a moment. Ouch. Yeah, apparently I guess she was being a bit too much of a drama pony for them. Because according to her, she stole every scene, and yeah, Rarity, it's not all about you. So yeah, she goes off to cry, and the others go to cheer her up by basically acting out her part, having her act out her part with everyone, and that cheers her up a bit. Talk about in this one, I swear that part felt shorter than normal. But finally, Flutterdash. So a big sports thing is going on. Sportacular Spectacular. And like, okay, gonna compete in. Rainbow Dash is like, okay, gonna compete in all these things. The others are there too. I I first wrote it down because I wasn't exactly sure what it was at first. Like a sports camp. It's like, but yeah. So Rainbow Dash is really excited, and then she ends up hurting her hoof and wing. But it's fine. Work through the pain. Cut to a scene later. Yeah, I can't work through the pain. Like, also tell myself work through the pain. Ah. After this, I think I'm gonna use some Aura Gel. Mm. I was actually waiting until I finished off my iced tea. So yeah, Rainbow Dash has Fluttershy drink a Rainbow Dash potion because they conveniently have one of those.
Sort of a callback to beginning, sort, sort of a callback to the beginning actually, when Pinky was Pinky was able to morph into her friends towards the end of the first episode.
Wow, that feels like forever ago. God, this year. Anyway, so yeah, Fluttershy has Rainbow Dash's color scheme now. And in comes Spike and not Rainbow Dash. Yes, Spike and Rainbow Dash. Everyone is Rainbow Dash now. Spike in rarity. Yeah, apparently Spike has nightmares about there being multiple Rainbow Dashes. So, okay. Fluttershy is going to be the temporary Rainbow Dash competing in competitions. So Rainbow Dash has Spike give Fluttershy advice like, do what I would do. And Fluttershy's like, wait, what does that even mean? And yeah, Fluttershy is not a good Rainbow Dash. It gets to the point where even Rainbow Dash is like, God, fine, do whatever. So yeah, Fluttershy starts doing a lot better when she can be a Fluttershy. In fact, she goes giant and wrecks the opposition. So yeah, another episode of like, be yourself. Which I mean, mm, that's an important lesson. So yeah, this one was slightly better than last episode. It had the return of potions, so hey, that's cool. And I basically called what would happen in an episode. It's like, oh yeah, Rarity doesn't have that big of a role. It's like, ooh, wow, they just cut her entirely. Ouch. Part of what made me call it is like the whole stealing the show thing. And it's like, I may not be an actor, but I know that that's typically not what you're supposed to do when you're working with others.
I had a feeling the audition crew was a little bit. I had a feeling the audition crew was a bit more reactive than actual production team.
Yeah.
Also, surprisingly, quite a few uses for callbacks for the Sportacular, apart from Dobson reprising his role.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bulk biceps was there. And yeah, actually, with the whole sports arena, I couldn't help but like think like, wait, is this kind of like the Equestria Games?
I was gonna, I was gonna make the argument it was Questro Games and Rainbow Falls done right.
Ah yes, Equestria Games done right. Also known as Equestria Games without the awkward spike singing. I still can't watch that scene. Like too cringe.
And by Rainbow Falls, I mean injured-prone dash without Wonderbolts acting a little questionable.
Without the Dick Baggy Wonderbolt activity. Yeah. Yeah.
Finally, Flutterhulk got a Wreckfest.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, between the two, okay and good. Yeah, not bad this week.
It's kind of funny for me. There's always been something on a technical side of things that would kind of help my kind of help my likability towards the episode.
Right.
We got a bit of that. Nothing. Granted, it was nothing totally new, but
Then again, and it could just be like my poor mood for this week, kind of like I don't know. Eh.
on the plus side, I got to witness the current arrangements for my game shows.
Oh, cool.
They've been mostly social. They've been mostly they've been mostly distance-based adjustments. There are some special equipment in some cases. There's also a new closing logo.
Neat.
And naturally, there are new graphics.
Nice.
So far, Ken has been only on the clue presentation side of things, but yeah, good to know he's going to be a bit more involved.
Cool. Yeah, it's for me. Like, I'm gonna be doing a bit of food work this week because I have a food dehydrator coming in on Tuesday. Gonna dehydrate some beef into some jerky, maybe some banana, maybe pineapple, and some peas. Because I figure, hey, it's probably healthier than most of the crap I buy at the store. So
I don't know why, but I keep thinking of Juicer.
huh, weird. But yeah, like for the beef jerky, depending on how much I have to work with, I'm thinking. Well, I have plans for 5 flavors at first. Basic salt and pepper, teriyaki, Asian zing, basically using my Buffalo Wild Wings sauce that I don't use that much. Barbecue and using the dry garlic herb seasoning. So yeah, that'll be fun. So I'll be right back. Just need to take care of something. Well, it's Oragel, so hopefully that'll take care of the issue. experience. Yeah, it always seems like numbing in part of your mouth always makes your mouth start watering up, you know?
I can say this. I can say this. I'm glad you only have to go through the wisdom surgery once.
As far as I can recall, I've not had any wisdom teeth removed.
Just saying, even if you do, just be glad you only have to do it once.
Right. But yeah, much like with any of my issue with pain or whatever, it's always on the right side. But yeah, like I said, I need to look into dental insurance because I thought I was covered by Apple Health, but turns out my Apple Health is for behavioral health services only. So yeah, dental, don't believe that's covered. Or basically, the lesson to learn from this is kids don't grow up. It's a bad idea. Stay a kid forever if you can. It's like much less hassle that way. Because God, school never teaches you how to do anything. Like, yeah, they'll teach you how to do math a dozen ways, but they won't teach you how to do taxes. Although they did teach me how to write a check, so eh.
I think it depends on the I think it depends on the what areas the school decides to cover.
Fair. Of course, that's also not getting into the scam that is college book sales. It's like, oh hey, you want a college book? Here, loose pages with a one-time use code for online thing that you need to take all your tests, and it costs $200 per book. Eh, I think part of the reason why I stopped college is okay. Partly I wasn't doing so well, partly burnout, and partly I've just kind of become so jaded to everything. It's like, what is this really going to get me in the long run? Other than it's like, no way am I taking out loans or anything like that. God knows I don't qualify for anything, so that isn't going to help. Ugh. You ever get the feeling like sometimes you just want to go to sleep and then wake up in about a year or so?
The Rip Van Winkle approach.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I'll admit, I'll occasionally get that stimulation whenever something goes down, and whenever something government-wise goes not so good.
Uh, yeah, let's just say people are lucky that I can't set things on fire with my mind, cause yeah.
Basically, it's a double-edged sword that we don't live in a cartoon or superhero-esque kind of world.
Uh, Sometimes I wish we lived in a cartoonist superhero world, cause God knows we already have Captain Planet villains running the government. A decent chunk of the population wants to kill the rest of the. What's an alien invasion here or there?
I'm still a bit iffy regarding the Space Force thing, but given the given asteroids, I'm a little bit more lenient.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else on EQD? Yeah, Ponyfest Online returned today. If you wanted to check that out and haven't yet, yeah, better luck next time.
Chances are there's going to be some YouTube uploads.
Fair enough.
Well, some new figures appeared on some Brazilian hobby site.
I saw that, and yeah, not really digging the style. But yeah, it's like I kind of got distracted earlier today. It's like, okay, maybe record a thing, and then I saw that Team Four Star was doing a Dragon Ball Abridged movie marathon thing for charity. It's like, I'll check that out. Next thing I know, it's like 5:30, and it's like, oh right, supposed to do stuff. Oh right, toothache and general depression. Eh. Yeah, it's like the depression is fine as long as I don't actually think about life and stuff. Which could explain why I like to distract myself so much.
Always good to do something. Always good to find something to try to clear your mind.
Yeah.
Well, at least of current thoughts. Well, who then affairs would do a cover for one of the comics.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh wow. For $2 you can get Solitaire on the PlayStation 4.
Too bad my mom
Cause
doesn't.
that's
Too bad my mom doesn't PlayStation.
yeah, it's like just what I always wanted to play on the PlayStation 4. Solitaire.
Well, there was also that unreleased demo that came up on YouTube.
Oh.
Hope shines eternal.
Oh.
Honestly, didn't realize until now. Honestly, didn't realize until now that I was kind of reminded of another song that another kind of reminded of a Disney song that also got a demo that wasn't presented to the public until later. Oh yeah, someone else got in-person photos of. You're still better at pronouncing the name than I am.
Hmm. So I just noticed something. I'm not sharing I'm not sharing screen this week, and I haven't crashed, or Discord hasn't rebooted. I wonder if that's connected.
I did say it had. I did say it was probably something that had to do with the system,
Right.
because I'm currently using the MacBook Pro.
Ah. Whereas I'm using Windows 10.
There is one good thing about the new season. More potential returnees,
Ah.
since people seem to be going back and forth about that,
Hmm.
as well as coming out with their own designs.
the nuts now. Good. Right. hopefully next week I'll be feeling more like, yeah. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about, but it's kind of been like a, other than like, the big major thing this week, it's kind of been like a slow news week.
Well, at least there were some. Well, at least there were some, because it was a little. It was a little harder finding thing. It was a little harder finding things earlier, but yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, there are times in the week where it gets a little dry.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff, so it's not.
Yeah. So Monday, so we should probably wrap things up this week. Besides, it seems like we've kind of ran out of stuff to talk about.
Let's say for keeping an eye on those traders. At least I finally got to. At least I finally got to show you. At least I finally got to show you show you to an extent the after effects of the after effects of destroying an outpost.
Yeah.
So from the looks of things, the finale's next week. So we're gonna have to make some. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments for the after. So we're gonna have to start planning the days afterwards.
Yeah. Be like a little weird adjustment period, but yeah, odds are it'll just be Gravity Falls. Or not, you never know. Yeah, I'm sure we'll finish up season one and sometime by 2025. uh,
Well, again,
but
we'll
yeah,
well again we'll see how that. Well, again we'll see how.
see how things play out.
Yeah. So till that finale. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you next week. Take care.
See you later.